Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a very interesting question for you, and one that was posed to the head designer of Wizards, Mark Rosewater, also known as Morrow. So with all that said, let's jump into the question, the possible implications of this question and the answer. So on Blogatog, Mark Rosewater's blog, Exalted Boda asked, if when, what if sets? And then Mark responded, is that something people would like? And if yes, what would you expect to be in them? So again, what if sets? This is a question that I think is a very interesting concept. And I guess I should explain, kind of what a what if set would be. But basically like, hey, what if this had happened in Magic lore? What if this happened instead of that? What if Bolas won? What if the Phyrexians won? What if the Eldrzai came back in droves, or the Eldrzai had won as well? What if anything had happened? What if like Krark is the most powerful being in the multiverse and no one has known that? Why did I say Krark? The Thelmus? I don't know. But yeah, what if Urza all of a sudden came back? What if these things happen? What if anything? So I think first of all, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What would your most exciting what if set be? I think it's kind of like more so like to me, like what if the Phyrexians won? What if that had happened at this point? That's just kind of most on my mind, I guess, from us just getting out of Phyrexian. Hey, we won, cool. But what if like the Phyrexians actually took over, like completely? Like what would that what if set be? Just like everything being Phyrexian, everything being gross. Pretty crazy. Now that might not be the most exciting because like that's more recent, so actually maybe more so. Let's just take a step back. Like I guess what the Phyrexians won, and Urza lost back in the day. That could be an interesting one. What if, again, like Krark's the most powerful thing in the universe for some reason. I don't know why that would came to mind. But again, what if instead, Bolas had won? What would how that have impacted the next things? Like if Bolas had won and just become, the dragon god of everything essentially, what would have happened with that? And then the Phyrexians coming in and be like, hey, we gotta fight you. Oh no, it's the dragon god. And then just, what are the implications of all that? Like, I think that there's a lot of different kind of really interesting things that can be done with this. And I think that I do personally prefer Magic sets to, the universes beyond, treatments of things as well. So kind of just seeing kind of within the Magic story, where could they take this? Where could they take a what if set? Again, just saying like, okay, we don't care about the implications of this storyline, so we don't have to care what happens in it, with it messing things up or going crazy with certain other things. This is more just a thought experiment turned into a set, and I think that's a really cool concept. Just, hey, let's really take a lot of creative direction with this, a lot of creative freedom with this, and saying, if this would have happened, how would this have impacted all these other things? And you can see like kind of, it doesn't have to be just a set that's like the immediate impact of it, but like over like the timeline of it, kind of like how Lord of the Rings, that set like basically said like, oh, well, they're gonna do cards that have like, the beginning part of the story, the middle of the story, the end of the story. With this, it could be essentially like, okay, yeah, if the Phyrexians had beaten Urza essentially, how would that have impacted all these future things that happen? The Eldrzai showing up versus the Phyrexians essentially. So you could have some really crazy things happening with that. I think that there's a lot of potential with something like this. I personally think that would be a nice break from, maybe a kind of heavy focus on the current Magic story, or the heavy focus on Universes Beyond especially, and like, just bringing in, I think that's going to keep happening more and more often more recently because the Lord of the Rings set was a massive hit, so I think they're going to keep coming back with more and more Universes Beyond. So I think it'd be a nice break from kind of all this, just a fun Magic set that's just like, hey, you know what, we're going pretty crazy. Again, what if the Phyrexians took over and then they battled the Eldrzai and they battled Bolas at the same time? Like, what craziness would happen? What kind of different factions would there be? Absolutely, I think that would be a very cool concept, and I think that, again, there's a lot of design space that you could really play around with these what if sets essentially. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on all of this. Do you think that a what if set would be a good thing? Do you think it'd be a bad thing? Do you think that, well, you know what, we've already got a lot of other Magic sets going on and we don't need to distract from that? So yeah, let me know your thoughts are in the comments below. What would if you did have a what if set though, what would your favorite one be? Again, apparently Krark the Thumbless being the most powerful being in the universe is one of mine. Don't know why that came to head. Guys, like, all right, think of any character in Magic and Krark came to mind. So there you go. Rogot would be a really fun one, actually, being the most powerful being in the universe, actually being a 0 mana. So I think that'd be kind of fun too. But yeah, basically, what would your what if set be? Mine apparently would be either that or, again, like, hey, Phyrexians beat Urza And then how does that change things again with Eldrzai showing up with Nicol Bolas and that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on all this. I think it's a really fun thought experiment, and I hope that it happens at some point. Again, Mark did say, like, hey, like, is that something that people would want? And hey, if that is, then you know what? Let Mark know. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on all this. Let me know what your what if set would be. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.